Hey guys, it is me again, as you can tell. Today is Monday, January 16th, or at least that's when this reading's for. It's actually Tuesday right now, but you guys know how that goes, me being behind and all. Today is Monday, like I said. January 16th makes it day 16 on our Daily Bread 2012. Excuse me, guys, it seems like it never fails. When I get on camera here, that's when my nose starts itching, stuff starts getting in my eyes. And I'll get a frog in my throat. So anyway, thanks for being here, guys. All you all that are always so faithful to be here, I really appreciate you guys. And any of you new people that are just joining, I know I've had some new subscribers here lately. And I noticed since VW Darren mentioned me in his video today, made the video for me, that I've got 2 or 3 new subscribers today. So I'm assuming that's what it's from. Usually if I see over 1 new subscriber a day, you know, if I get 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 or somebody has mentioned me in a video, Matt Bad Voodoo's pretty good about mentioning me, and I can tell when he does because I get quite a few new subscriptions when he does that. So yeah, but anyway, I want to thank you new guys that are just coming here, and I hope you enjoy yourself, and I hope you get something out of this. That's why I'm here. So saying that, like I said, guys, thanks for being here, and I do want to thank Darren for making that video, brother. You did help me with that video, like I told you in my comment. You really have. I want to thank Milo for helping me. He gave me some advice. I think you're right, Darren, which I think I mentioned that last night, that the Mac gun, looks like a DeVilbiss to me, you know, from what I've looked at them. You know, that's probably what I'm going to go with, you know, just for the fact of like I said, it's they're not that bad a price, to be honest about it, considering they got Mac on them. You know, and like I said, I can get it without having to pay anything for it. And which if I order it this week, I'll be next week getting it. But you know, I'll be the end of the week or next week getting my paint from you all anyway. You know, and I got to get the car ready, and I'm not going to rush anything. Just like you were telling me there that you hoped I waited on the book and stuff. I will. You know, I'm going to wait, and I'm going to try to do the car as right as I can. You know, even though I'm sure it won't turn out professional looking. You know, I'm still going because I'm going to have to. On the, I guess it'd be the C post. You know, the back post on the car where the roof comes down to the quarters. Somebody has already, this car's been painted before on the top or somewhere, and probably when they was having those problems I've heard Rich talk about, the Sadajet 883. You know, I know Chrysler, Ford, and GM, all three had problems there in the mid-90s with paint coming off cars. And anyway, you can see a blend line. Now, when this car was newer, because Dad bought this car in about 2099, it was just a couple years old when he bought it, you couldn't see it. But as the cars got older, and I guess the top is, the clear started coming off of it and stuff, you can actually see a blend line in it where they blended the paint on that C pillar. So I'm gonna have to do the same thing. I'm gonna have to blend down into those C pillars with the base and clear both. And I don't really know how to do that, but you know what? I'm gonna learn it. I'm gonna learn from watching you guys and getting advice. And you know, like I said, I'm just trying to make the car look better anyway. I don't expect it to look like a new car. I don't expect it to look like a show car. It's a 15-year-old car with 160,000 miles on it. But you know what? It's still a good car. The engine's good in it. I'm getting it mechanically sound again. And you know, after I paint it, I'm gonna put a new set of tires on it. I fixed the slack in the steering. I fixed the slack in the subframe. You know, and the car's still a nice car. The interior's nice on it. Car's got plenty of power. Got good cold air conditioning. We just worked on air conditioning this year, so I just want to make it better. And I'm gonna show a thing too. Dad backed into something there 3 or 4 years ago in it. I don't remember what it was now, but the right side tail light on the car got hit. There's a little strip that goes around the bottom of the trunk on that car. It's like a light. It's a clear, like glass piece or plastic piece. I think it says Chrysler in it or whatever, and it broke that, which I'm gonna put that on it. But anyway, right where the tail light and the trunk meet, the tail light is actually pushed back in just a little bit, 1/4 inch or so. And I'm guessing it's bent the metal that the tail light bolts to. It's bent the whole shebang. So I'm going to try to get in there and pull that out a little bit somehow, maybe before I paint it. If I could get in there with a little bottle jack or something and push it out. I wish I had a porta power, but I don't. Which I do got a friend that would probably let me borrow his. He does some of this kind of stuff. So anyway, I'm going to try to do all that and make it look as good as I can. Like I said, I still want to do it as right as I can, but I don't expect it to be perfect. But having said that, I'm going to check what you mentioned about getting the conventional gun if I could. I'll see if you can still get a conventional gun from them. I know all of them are gravity fed guns, like you said, but now all I looked at yesterday on the website was HVLP guns. I didn't notice if they had any conventional guns or not. And that's kind of leading to a question that I've got for you and Milo and all the other painter guys. You were talking about the HVLP guns kind of being worse about making orange peel. Why is that? In your opinion, why is that? And tell me something too. I've been wanting to know this. What is orange peel? What causes orange peel? Is it too much? Is it too much clear? Not enough clear? Or is it not a combination of the amount of clear? Does it just not stick good? I think that'd just be a good little thing to kind of mention real quick. But if I do get some more, if I have to use a HVLP gun, which I probably will, and the car orange peel some, I'll cut it and buff it. At least I've got all the buffing stuff now, so I'd have to buy some sandpaper and go to town on it. So anyway, having said that, I did just want to thank Darren for what he's done, and Milo and everybody else that's helping me. And Darren, one more thing, tell Andrea that I was going to pay her today. She sent me an invoice, and of course, where today was Martin Luther King Day, my bank wasn't open. The bank we use at the shop was open, but I use a different bank for my personal stuff, and they weren't open, so I couldn't put any money in to send her a payment. So I'm gonna have Mom, I think, run it up there in the morning, put the money in, and I'll be sending her a payment through PayPal sometime by the afternoon tomorrow anyway. That way she can get that stuff out. All right. Having said that, let's see, guys, what else is going on. Oh yeah, one more thing, Darren. Brother, I pray that you get those sharks done. I'll be honest about it. When you told me, I think you said you done those ones. I don't know about what you're doing now, but for $100 a piece, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm nobody, man. I'm no paint man. But to get somebody of your caliber to do those for $100 a piece, man, I wouldn't have done those for $100 a piece. I don't see how the guy's complaining. I really don't. He don't have a clue how much work that is. Like you showed with those pinholes coming out in it. So I'm praying for you on that, brother. All right, let's see what else, guys. Like I said, guys, I just want to thank all y'all for being here. I'm so glad that Brother Woody's back. I'm trying to make these videos shorter, guys. Me and Matt Bat Voodoo's kind of been joking about it, which I know that none of you guys really care. I'll be honest, guys. Just the truth about it. When I get on here, it's therapeutic for me. Not only do I like getting on here and reading the scripture and giving to you what the Lord has put in my heart to explain on these scriptures, but I get something out of it too. When I asked you guys for prayer for the shop and stuff, and I do, as always, guys, I ask for prayer for the shop. We did a lot of work today, but we didn't make any money because we didn't get paid for anything. We did 3 jobs I know of. That was probably almost $600 between these 3 jobs. Didn't get paid for any of them today. Supposed to pay for them tomorrow, but you know how that goes. So, just pray for us, guys, because right now, it's a tough time for us. Like I told y'all the other day, I was wanting to buy the gallon of clear from Darren, and so I'd have extra to do my little projects with. Just don't have the money right now. And that's another thing, Darren. I do want to thank you and Andrea for what you're doing on that. You guys don't have to do that, but that shows what caliber of people you are. Anyway, getting on from that, I want you guys to pray for the church. Pray for, I try not to say my church, but because it's not my church. But when I say that, I just what I mean. Our mortgage payment is due this week, and we're actually, I think, a month behind. I think it's due the 19th, and we don't have it. We've got most of it, but we're still $100 and some short. And so, guys, pray that we get that. I think, just to be honest about it, Wednesday, Mom gets her check. She draws a Social Security check now. She finally got that after working for many years and fighting for it. But anyway, she told me that she could probably spare $100 out of it. So we're going to take that, and then I've got some change here that I've counted up. We're going to take that, and we're going to try to put that money in, the church account to make that payment. Now, the first thing I know, some of you may look at and say, well, what's going on here? You just bought this powder coating kit and talking about that money, and you're buying this paint from Darren for this car and stuff. Now, I know some of you may see that, but first thing I want to say, guys, the church, I'm going to have to do what we're doing here with Mom's money and this change. I got to do that kind of in secret anyway, because they don't want me. Guys, in the last few months, I have run a whole lot of this church out of my pocket. I have took, I know right before our nativity scene drive-through there, I spent $500 or $600 in like 2 weeks out of my own pocket on stuff for that. I have paid half the mortgage payment before out of my pocket. I've paid light bills out of my pocket, which other people in the church has too. Now, I'm not saying they've not. And the trustees, they really don't like me doing that. I mean, like they say, you can't run it out of your pocket. So I'm going to do what I got to do. I mean, like I said, I'm finding the money and just pray that the Lord blesses us. I know we're going to make it this time. I know that the Lord's going to let us have the money to make the mortgage payment. But I just pray, guys, that that He'll just send some more people so it's not so hard all the time. But you know what? If it is hard, another lesson. I know I've not got to the reading tonight, guys, but this may be a lesson from God. A lot of times, we say, God, get me out of this hard spell. Get me out of this hard spell. Get me out of this hard spell. Get me, God, why do you always keep me down in the valley? Just like with this church deal, we cannot get our finances up to save our lives. We'll have 2 or 3 good Sundays, and then we'll have a stretch where nobody won't come, to where maybe it snows or something, and nobody comes. This last Sunday, we had 12 people, and you just don't bring any money in. But you know what? God's always took care of it. He's always took care of it. We've still made it. We've still made all our payments. And, one reason He keeps us down in the valleys, my Snap-on man actually told me this, and the Lord told him this once. He said, God, why? Why am I always down in the valley? Why is everything always so hard? He said, well, that's simple, son. And he said this to me just like, somebody talking to you. He said, in the valleys where the corn grows. And that's the truth. When we're in these valleys and we're going through this stuff, that's when God is learning us stuff and showing us stuff. And that is in the valleys where the corn grows. Corn don't grow on top of a mountain. That's where we like to be most of the time, but we don't learn anything then. So anyway, guys, just pray for the church, what I was getting at. Pray that the Lord to bring us that money. Like I said, I'm pretty sure Mom's going to let us have some out of her check. And I had $50 some in change here. I was saving in a bucket. I'm going to take that and trade it in. And I think between those two, we're going to make the payment. So just pray that the Lord keeps blessing the church, guys. We're doing so much good in the church. Just can't get anybody there. Like I was talking about yesterday, we've got so many members that have got things going on in their lives, and they just won't come to church. I don't understand it. Like I said, they need to be running to God instead of staying home and staying away from Him. But, that's the way we do as people. So anyway, guys, let's make another 25-minute video. Let's get to the important part tonight, guys. Like I said, I wanted to request prayer for the church and for my business. And let's go in Romans chapter 8, verse 16. So here we go. The Spirit itself beareth, not George Barris, the car builder. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are children of God. And if children, then heirs, heirs of God, and joint heirs with Christ. And that's what we are. We are joint heirs with Christ to the kingdom of God, if we are saved. If so be that we suffer with Him, it's going just like I was talking about being in the valley. If so be that we suffer with him, that we may also be glorified together. Think about what Jesus went through. Think about the life he lived when he was here, guys. He wasn't rich like these prosperity pimps will have you believe. He was poor. He said when they were talking about it, he said the birds, and I know I'll butcher this all to pieces because I paraphrase stuff bad, but the birds of the air have their nest. The foxes in the ground have their have holes to go into. They have places to live. But the Son of Man, the Son of God, does not have a place to lay his head. He's saying he was homeless. Jesus Christ was homeless once he started his ministry, and even when he did have a home, when he lived with his mom and them growing up, they were poor. They were dirt poor. Jesus didn't have anything. He was dirt poor, just like most of us are anymore. And if children, then heirs, heirs of God, and joint heirs with Christ. I'm going to read that again. If so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together. Guys, I'll go ahead and tell you why most of us we talk about, seems like most good people are poor. I'll tell you why, guys, just to be honest. And I know I'll cut some people to the bone when I say this. It's hard to be a wealthy Christian. And that's just the truth. I'm not saying you can't be a Christian and have a few nice things, but I'm talking about wealthy. I'm talking about, having millions of dollars and that kind of thing, not having to worry about money again, and, being able to go buy houses and Maseratis, and, I'm talking about wealthy. It's hard to be wealthy, just like the rich young ruler. It's hard to be wealthy and be a Christian, because you get to where you put that money above everything. You put that money above God. Am I saying it's impossible to be a wealthy Christian? No, but it's very, very hard. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. Guys, I'll tell you real quick, I used to have a lot of money. I did. I'm not going to lie about it. At one time, I had $150,000 in this room in checks. I never kept that kind of cash. I had cashier's checks. I could go buy a new truck. I could go buy a house. I could do what I wanted to. But you know what? After I had all that money, guess what I did? I got into drugs. I turned away from God. I destroyed everything. That's what I'm saying, guys. Every time in my life that I've had a great deal of money, and I've had it several times. Dad used to be in the coal business, and he had some money. We've had money before. And every time that we have, guys, that's just the way it goes. It's hard to be a wealthy Christian. And what Paul's saying here, I love this. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. Guys, this means the stuff we're going through right now, all of you guys are going through stuff. Darren's been going through stuff, I know, brother, and I've been praying for you and your whole family. Matter of fact, I had a dream last night, brother, that I was with you and your family, that I come to Florida to visit you all. I'm not lying about that. I wouldn't, but I had a dream that I come down there and was with you all, and we was going out and seeing different stuff. And I hope that's a prophetic dream. I'd like to come get to see you. I'd like to get to see all you guys. But anyway, he's saying, like I said, Darren's been going through stuff. Brother Woody's been going through stuff. Brother John, he's always going through stuff. Brother Richard, and some of the health problems he's had. All of us have been going through things, guys. We've always got these things. But you know what Paul's saying here? He's saying the sufferings that we go through on this earth, the sufferings of this present time, we're going to have to go through them, but guess what? They're not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. He said when we get to heaven, if we hold on and we keep that faith in God, and when we get to heaven, this stuff that we went through, that you won't even you won't even mention it. You won't worry about it. It's just, it'll all be worth it, is what he's saying here. They're not even worthy to be compared. For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of God. For the creature was made subject to vanity, and ain't that the truth? Not willingly, but by the reason of him who hath subjected the same in hope. Because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of God. See, guys, that's us. It says, because the creature itself shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption. That's what we are when we're sinning, guys. Before we meet God, we're in the bondage of corruption. We're corrupt. We're no good. But we are transformed from that into the glorious liberty of the children of God. We are made into the children of God. There's a song now. I don't know who sings it. Is it Third Day maybe, or I don't even remember. The children of God. Yeah, well, I don't even remember I ain't gonna get into singing for you guys, but I don't remember the words to it. But that's what we are. We're children of God. It tells us that in Galatians. For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together unto now. Guys, all of creation is moaning and groaning and just it's aching for God. And that's what this is talking about here. It's aching for God and for godliness, waiting for God, waiting for Jesus to come back and set his kingdom up. And not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Spirit, even when we ourselves groan within ourselves, waiting for the adoption, to wit, the redemption of our body. Oh, thank you, Lord, for this stuff. For we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why doth he yet hope for? Now, guys, I'm going to stop right there. I know it's a couple verses short, I think, but, because of time. But what he's talking about here, we're saved by hope. And he's saying if you can see it, it's not hope. Just like me, guys, I'm not going to lie about it. I've had in my business before, just like with this church deal, I've had situations where I've needed money, I've needed things, and had no way to get them, had no checks coming, had no way to get them, and I've lost hope before. Thank the Lord that he's worked with me to where I don't do it as much anymore, and I do. I just got to say, you know what, Lord? I don't see what's happening. I don't see this big job coming in that's going to save me. I don't see this $2,000 or $3,000 check coming from a company. I don't see any of this happening. But I know you're going to take care of me. Faith, guys. When you got these situations in your life, guys, when you see no way out,
God can make a way. He's working on it right now. He may be working on it. He may not, but he is going to work on it. Think about that. Things you can't see, he may be working on it. Now, guys, I know this is a 21-minute video, 22 minutes. Guys, I'm sorry for making this so long, but I had all this I wanted to say. I love you guys. Thank you all for being here. I am going to try shortening these things down. I like long videos. Darren, apologize for making that 20-minute video for me. I like long videos, so they don't bother me. But thank you guys. I love you all. You all pray for me as I'm praying for you. Good Lord willing, guys, I'll be back here tomorrow night. Until I see you all again, good night, and God bless you.